You had some bad things you had to handle. You truly did, especially with the death of your husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you are a practicing medium. Are you also a practicing psychic too?
Yep. So, I offer mediumship readings, psychic readings, or like blended readings, or kind of like a mix of the both. Ultimately, it's always up to spirit how those things unfold, but I do. So I offer private one-on-one sessions for those through my website. And then so I just got remarried in April to my husband, Drew Caillier, who is also a psychic and a medium and a spiritual teacher. And so I know, yeah.
This is your road. This is the road you're supposed to go down.
Yeah. And he was my teacher, actually. Like I met him because I ended up, well, I told you that story, but I don't even know if we have time to go into that story. But, we met because he was a teacher of mine. Things obviously progressed from there. But so now he and I also work together. We just did a live event yesterday, like a group demonstration online for mediumship. And then we teach classes together. We teach a beginner class that is geared towards people kind of like who were like me in a lot of ways, like people that are curious or wanting to connect more, but also people that are interested in pursuing, perhaps a professional path, but they're just at those early phases of it. So it really kind of works for like a lot of different people.
Feeling it out.
Exactly.
So are those, excuse me, classes listed on your website too?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So the beginner class is called the Butterfly Series, Awakening Intuition. And then he and I also teach an intermediate progressive class for people that obviously have some experience or have taken classes with us before that want to continue. That tends to be more for people who are really looking to see where can I take this, as opposed to just, understanding the energy and the personal connections. It's more like where, people that want to pursue it more. And then we also have, for people that have been through our classes, we do like some weekly development circles, and we have like, we're always brainstorming something new. So there's like a lot of stuff that I'm sure will be coming out over the next few months in terms of, we want to do like some live Q&A and like webinars and seminars and things like that on, some of the big questions that people have around these things, regarding, connecting to your own loved ones in spirit, or, things like intuition versus ego, and, how to navigate or understand some of these things for people, for themselves, right? Who just want to live maybe a more spiritually guided life, and tap into like their own team or their own, guidance and things.
And having that Q&A is nice, so people can get the questions answered too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And do you record these so people can watch them on your website too?
So for which, the classes?
Yeah.
So the classes, when people sign up, are private for the most part. So we record them and send the recordings to the people in the classes. Probably when we start doing more of those webinars, we will have some of that
recorded. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, your life sure took you in different directions.
Yeah, it really did.
I mean, it really did. It really did. Yeah. And you had some really strong beliefs as a child too. Yeah.
And, at this phase in my life too, like I really embrace the term God.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I would imagine now.
I do. Yeah. And like, I'll say the universe and I'll say source and all of that, but like, I really embrace that term. And again, it's not in any one type of context. It's just, I think, because I repelled that term for so long, and I have a whole new understanding and connection with, spirit, or that greater power and presence. Yeah. And it's like healing to me. It shows me I've healed to be able to use the word God.
Yeah. Doesn't it feel wonderful though?
It does. It does.
And your first husband, was he saying God is love, or what was he saying?
That's what he would always say. God is love.
God is love. Yeah, I think, gosh, he was to be your teacher after he passed.
100%.
That was his mission with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I know I shared with you, I'll just say this really quick because I think that this can be really meaningful to people. If you have a spouse who's passed, feelings around meeting someone new or getting remarried, like there can kind of be, I think we all question, like,
Yes.
and, one of the things that, and I shared this with you, was 6 weeks after my husband, his name was Tommy, passed, I had my first medium reading, and I had never seen a medium. I didn't know anything, and I was just like kind of going in like this, but I was very hopeful. I was hopeful. I really was.
But he was contacting you during this time before you had your reading too.
Absolutely. And I very
Yeah.
much realize now the person I chose, and she was excellent, was very spirit guided. So there was she was the perfect person for me on that day to understand him, to understand what was going on with us and how he passed and how I was feeling and everything. I mean, she was wonderful. And, in that reading, she was extremely accurate, but she kept getting a name that I did not recognize. And the name she kept getting was Drew. And I kept, no, I don't understand that name. No, I don't know anyone named Drew, And at the end of the reading, I said to her, I sort of said, well, I know you kept saying Drew. Could it be this other name of this person I'm connected to? And I just remember she, was very sweet about it. And she was like, it's possible that I misinterpreted that name that many times, or perhaps Drew is someone that you'll meet one day and it'll change your life.
And guess what?
Exactly. And I met him because not only was my husband giving that name reading, but my first husband became an important person in helping me even get connected to my husband now, And so I always just feel like that those are, to me, that's spirit, first of all. And I also feel like that really shows that we are all connected, that we're always trying to help each other to achieve the greatest and highest good, that truly spirit is love, and that they always want the best for us, and that, we never have to worry that we're letting someone down in the spirit world, that we're, turning away from them. These things are meant to be, and we are supported through all of them. And I'm just very grateful for these experiences.